This is the human heart. Central to our physical body, our survival, revered by poets throughout history as the emotional center of our being. The place we instinctively touch when asked to point to ourselves. And now, what we have known intuitively is being understood scientifically. Researchers are unlocking a new science of the heart that could change everything we know about health and our interconnected nature. Coherence is a state of balance between heart, mind, and emotions, creating a favorable cascade of neural, hormonal, and biochemical events that benefit the entire body. But this phenomenon not only benefits us personally, it affects everything around us, emitting an electromagnetic field that can be measured up to 3 feet outside of the body. When you are in coherence, your heart resonates at the same frequency as the Earth's magnetic field. This frequency positively affects everything around you. When a group of people are in coherence together, this effect is magnified. Could communities synchronized in coherence lower violence, accelerate cooperation, and global harmony? This is the purpose of the Global Coherence Pulse. If we can measure the impact of thousands of people in coherence at the same time, it could lead to a breakthrough in understanding the full potential of the human heart. All you need to participate is your presence and your heart. To take it to the next level, join the research study by downloading the app and getting an HRV monitor to measure your personal coherence. The world needs it more than ever before. Each human heart is unique and magnificent by itself. But imagine what could be possible when we unify.
Welcome, everyone. Welcome to our final Global Coherence Pulse of 2022. My name is Teresa Collins, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Global Coherence Pulse, and I am so grateful to have you all joining with us today as we add our love and our intentions into the field, the unified field that we all share. And today is a special day. I've gathered up many of our past presenters, both with video messages and also here live. And so we'll have a lovely opportunity for us, as we do each month, to drop into a place of personal coherence, to really practice together, and in this field of the community, pulse the planet with our love and compassion and care. So this being our last pulse of 2022, I just wanted to bring up some images of some of our past pulses. We started in January last year with Rest in Resonance. Gary, Malkin, and I invited a number of guests, 7 pulses in a row every day to start off the year during the Rest in Resonance. And we're going to be doing that again starting in January. So I hope you'll join us. And then we started out in the year and we had beautiful pulses, rest in sacred renewal, healing from the inside out, connecting with the divine. You can see we had Roland McCready with the trees, and we have Roland here again with us today. We continued on into the year, connecting with the divine with Sri Preetaji. And then we did World Unity Week. Again, 7 pulses, 1 every day at the heart of World Unity Week. We had Unify come in. The whole team did an Elevate Humanity event with us. Voices of the Future. We've just had some really amazing events all year. And one last Global Coherence Pulse, Healing into Wholeness. That was a beautiful pulse with Jude and Gary. And then we did Peace Week again, another 7 pulses every single day. This is what joy looks like. If you haven't watched that one, we've made some clips of it because the music and just the authentic expression of what it takes for us to choose joy in the face of what we're facing. And then our last one last month with Bridging Science and Spirituality. And in addition to the pulses, we also co-hosted with the Awaken World event and we did a beautiful one in November. So you can go back and watch those. And we have Scott Katamas with us today. So we have all kinds of beautiful offerings that we've done this year. And we're going to continue again into next year. And you use these pulses as an opportunity for us to deepen our coherence practice and really begin to support a shift on the planet through the power of our coherent collective presence. So, intentions from the heart today, we're all going to add our love and blessings and prayers because what we feed the field matters. And to share with us really what that means is Roland McCready, also a co-founder of the Global Coherence Pulse and the director of research for, whoops, that's the wrong spotlight. Here we go, Roland. Add your spotlight. Roland McCready, the director of research for HeartMath Institute, one of the co-founders of the Pulse. And we really want to deepen our capacity to engage the community this year in the citizen scientist initiatives that HeartMath is doing and continuing to use the app and some of the advanced technologies that you guys are using. So Roland, thank you for coming today and sharing what science is telling us about our experience and how important it is that we're feeding the field with love and compassion and care. So love you, Roland. Thank you.
Oh, back at you, Teresa. And of course, the pulse wouldn't exist, and certainly the sustainability for how many years without you, this wouldn't be happening. And so, thank you. And also, thank you to everyone that's here that comes together, when you can on these third Saturdays of the month to add your love, your compassion to the planetary field. Because that's what this is really all about. It is about raising consciousness, helping raise the global consciousness field. And the theme of today, what we feed the field matters. It's kind of become a slogan, I guess, for Global Coherence Pulse and of course the Global Coherence Initiative, who's one of the partners with the Pulse. And I think we all intuitively know, at least people that show up for the Pulses, that what we feed the field matters. That's why we do it. That's why we're willing to come together and add our love and compassion. But it's also nice to have some science that verifies that. And for a lot of people, they do need the science. And for a lot, we already kind of get it, but the science helps for a lot because that is the new religion, I think, for a lot of people, is the language of science. So with that, I'm just going to do a little short, let me see if I can figure out how to show my slides here again. Yes, there we go. So what we feed the field matters. I love this image one of our artists came up with, showing the interconnectivity that exists. And we know it exists. How many times, if I think back in my life, have I said, well, on some level, we're all interconnected. We're all connected. And that's true. We are. And then science is starting to actually show us at least some of the ways that that's true and measurable. And so the GCI, or the Global Coherence Initiative, just to remind people, is a science-based organization that we're really all about partnering, a lot of collaborations and around the world, and that's growing. But it's really about uniting us, uniting people to really intentionally add our heart. I'll add the word coherent, coherently focused care, love, and intention into the planetary field. It's really about facilitating the shift, which from my perspective really is about integrating the heart and mind to another level. So we're not just kind of operating from the mind level of consciousness to create a more peaceful world, a more cooperative, collaborative world. It's really what this is all about and always has been. And just one of our suggestions, I guess we can call it a hypothesis, is that it's the Earth's energetic, and I'll say more specifically magnetic field, that's something we can measure, that is at least one of the ways that we're interconnected. Not the only mechanism or way, but it's something we can test and measure. So there's no question that the Earth, that we live within fields within the Earth of measurable magnetic fields, and we have a global network to measure that, called the Global Coherence Monitoring System. So we're all in that field. And what I'm saying here is that we're all connected to it in some measurable ways. So everything that we think, we feel, our behaviors are all adding and contributing either our positive or negative vibrational energy. And again, this is measurable into that field. So, and it's not just when we come together with pulses like today, which are so wonderful, because that does, and the science is starting to support this, that when we come together, it does amplify and put a stronger coherent signal into the field environment. But we're always connected to the field. And that's why I often say, let's become more aware of and kind of pause throughout the day to really ask yourself, what am I feeding the field? Because it matters all the time, 24/7, what we're feeding the field. But when we come together like this with the pulses in these more heart-centered states of love and compassion, it does really pulse the field. It's a great name for what we're doing here. To help benefit others and help lift others into a more centered, more heart-connected perspective. And this is something that the community may not have seen yet. This was published a few months ago, a pretty good scientific journal. One of the experiments that we did a couple of years ago is we had people wearing monitors that monitor their what's called heart rate variability 24 hours a day for 2 weeks. And in the middle of, a lot's come out of the study, and there'll be many more publications, I think. But one of the things that we did is this: we had all the group members, well over 100 people in this study, and located in groups in California, Lithuania, New Zealand, Saudi Arabia, and the UK and England, that were wearing these devices. So 20 people in each group for the 2-week, 15-day period, actually. And in the middle of that, we arranged a time where everybody at the same time did a heart lock-in, one of the HeartMath techniques, where we get heart coherent and intentionally radiate love and compassion, in this case to each other and then out to the global field environment. And we were able to measure how synchronized the heart rhythms were with the resonant frequencies in the Earth's fields across each day at the group level, which is what this graph is showing us. So where you see the big green bars in the center going up way high, that's the day of the heart lock-in. So what this is showing us is that we measured a lot of things, but first of all, the group members all the groups across all the study became more synchronized with each other in a measurable way. They were literally heart to heart in sync. But it was a surprise to see how big this effect was. Just being in that coherent state for 15 minutes, like we'll be doing today, increased their synchronization with the Earth, with the rhythms of the Earth for the next 24 hours. So being coherent, heart coherent, has a carryover effect. It truly is what connects us. So a lot of my presentations this year I've titled How Love Connects Us, because more and more studies are starting to show that it really is the love, that positive connection we have with others, that energetically connects us even over great distances. So just another thing I wanted to mention, another way we're able to measure this, and I'm sure a lot of you here listening to this today are familiar with the Global Consciousness Project, or GCP as it's been called, which was started about 25 years ago by a great friend of mine, Roger Nilsson. And, this is really asking the question, is there an unconscious connection that connects humanity across time and space? And of course, the answer from 25 years of research is pretty clearly a yes to that. But one of my favorite studies that Roger did, was that after many events had been measured over the years, was he grouped them by their level of love and compassion. So things like pulses, we're doing here, but global Earth days, and a lot of the meditation types of events like Unify organizes and things would be high love and compassion. We know that it's focused emotion, or emotion that really, I should say, that moves the needle on this global instrument. So medium were things like Super Bowls, World Cups, a lot of emotion, but not necessarily a lot of love and compassion. And then in the low category are things, these are the responses after terrorist attacks, school shootings, these types of things that kind of grab global media attention. And what the data clearly shows, as you can see here, is those events in high love and compassion have a larger significantly larger effect on modulating or moving the dial on this global scientific instrument. So it's another way we're probing the field to answer that question. Yes, what we feed the field really does matter. And not only that, in this particular project, we're showing that it's having the effect in the physical world, because these are modulating physical devices that are kind of probing the field. And we've been monitoring all the global coherence pulses. And on the left side here, this is the very first pulse that we did. God, I forget, you'll have to remind me. June 26, 2001. And then the one on the right is, you can see multiple steady trends. So overall, all of the pulses we've done are moving the dial on this instrument. We are affecting the field globally in a way that can be measured. And that's what's so really cool about this, because it's the correlated behavior of this global network. And another important thing that's coming out of this in the pulses and some other related studies is that it's showing that it's not necessarily the number of people that matter. Yes, it's important, but it's how coherent are we? How focused and are we really locked into the heart in that coherent state and really adding love and compassion to the field? So even a small number of people can really move the dial on this globe and really modulating the global field. And that's an important, I think, new aspect out of this work that we're finding. And early next year, we will be officially launching. This is another citizen science project where anybody can get involved in what's called GCP 2.0, or Global Consciousness Project 2. Roger, Dr. Nilsson, about 2 years ago, came and asked if I would take over, or the HeartMath Institute would take over this project, because he had retired and was really retiring now and has sold his home and moving and things. And we agreed to do that, and spent a year really asking with a team of scientists from around the world, what have we learned? What are new questions we want to ask? And what do we have to do to ask that? So then the last year has been really designing a completely new, completely re-envisioned version of GCP that we're calling 2.0. So this is many orders of magnitude larger. We've shown from GCP1 data that the more devices that we have around the world, the more sensitivity we have to measure this effects. So a completely new device using the latest technologies from some really smart people, some really smart engineers have developed a new plug-and-play device, making it much easier to get involved and be a host for one of these. So we want to have 1,000 of these around the world. So this, we'll probably do come back to the pulse in early next year to let you know when those are ready for those that want to be a host and be really a significant part of that new network. And then, as Teresa already mentioned, the other thing we're doing is also measuring a living system as a probe into the global field. So the Global Tree Network was launched last year, and we're we want to hook up 100 trees around the world. There's about 30 spots left for those that might want to get involved. And this is what the electrical activity of trees look like. They're very dynamic, surprisingly large voltages. And so we're spending a lot of time right now learning what trees are telling us. And a lot of lessons learned from the Global Consciousness Project. It takes a lot of events and a lot of, in this case, trees. So one of our research questions is, will we be able to pull the effects of our emotions and the love and compassion we send into the field? Will that be reflected in the electrical activity of trees and this network, global network? So basically, I'm going to end with this. It's what it's really all about. It's time to create a world of deeper care and kindness. And that's something that we can all do together. So increased coherence can establish a new baseline where it becomes not just when we are focused on it, but the new kind of way we do business, the new baseline for a new culture of deeper care, kindness, and connection, cooperation. It's up to each of us. Let's go for it. Thanks, Teresa, for having me here again.
Roland, it's so great to have you. And I just want everybody that's on the call today, let's just take a minute and send Roland and all of the team over at HeartMath Institute just all of our love and blessings today. You guys are doing so much on behalf of the whole. Thank you. Thank you, Roland, so much. I'm going to share, I have a picture of my tree that's hooked up, Grace, as we get into the announcements later, and we can put a link for anybody that wants to maybe have their tree hooked up. Love you, Roland.
Back at you.
Yeah, thank you. So, we're going to, before we go into our practice today, which we really want to spend time in our coherence practice so that we can feed the fields with our love and care, and especially today with our compassion, where when we're in heart coherence, we can actually like bring in the pain of the world and transmute it into love. And we'll be doing that today. We'll really be kind of closing out this year by being present in our hearts and really allowing the heart coherence to transmute what we need to transmute in our lives, and to spread love and care and compassion. So before we go into our meditation, I wanted to bring on Maitreya and Sada, who are going to just do a little bit of music for us. Thank you guys so much for coming on live today. Maitreya had joined us back in one of our early pulses. I think it was April, along with Shakti Durga. And what a sweet pulse that was. We had such a lovely time, and your music was such a big part of what carried our hearts and opened us up. So having you here today to kind of start us off with some beautiful music before we dive into our practice.
Thanks, Teresa. Greetings, everyone. Maitreya here. And Sada, we're really grateful to be part of the Pulse. We love everything that the Pulse is doing and all the coming together, I think, that connection. And so we're just going to sing a little music before we move forward with the Pulse to finish the year. So this is a song called Your Love is Real. So just inviting everyone to connect the hearts and just to contemplate your prayers, your wishes for yourself, your family, and for humanity and all the beings. And as Roland was saying, let's crank that love up and that compassion. But we'll sing the word Narayani, which is a name for the infinite, that is particularly the feminine qualities of wisdom, strength, and wealth. Wisdom, strength, and wealth. So enjoy the music and connect our hearts wherever we are. Narayani, Narayani, Narayani. Narayani, 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 Amma. Your love is real, it overwhelms me, and I surrender, and you take me. You help us heal, and you lift me, and I remember, and now we're all free. Narayani, Namo, Namo, Narayani, Namo, Namo, Narayani, Namo, Amma. Your love is real, it overwhelms me, and I surrender to your glory. You help us heal, and you lift me, and we awaken as you call me. Durga, 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 Jaya, Jaya, Durga, 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 Jaya, Jaya, Durga, 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 Amma. Hey, 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 Durga, 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 Jaya, Jaya, Durga.
Thank you so much. I invited people to start adding prayers and intentions into the
Good.
chat as you were
Good.
singing, and you can feel it like somebody saying, I'm feeling so much love, right? It's just like starting to
Right.
pour in, and that's really what we want for today is for us to really let our hearts open up and pour in. Thank you. And we're going to be hearing from Maitreya and Sada later. And I've also put some links in the chat for you guys. And we'll talk a little bit more about your work at the end today.
Thank you,
Thank you.
Teresa.
That was so, so beautiful. Yeah. Continue to pour your intentions and your prayers and your blessings into the field. As we're doing the meditation, whatever kind of comes up, just go ahead and add it to the field, knowing that as we speak it, as we write it, as we feel it, it's actually creating an impact on the whole. So, we're going to be moving into our coherence experience. I like to call it that instead of just a meditation because it's actually an experience that we're having together, and that experience amplifies it. And you're going to hear a number of different voices throughout this meditation. We're going to weave in with Roland McCready, starting us with a heart lock-in, as he talked about, which you saw as we go into that heart lock-in, and that's going to carry for 24 hours the impact of that. We're going to start there. We're going to experience a little tongue lin practice, which is where we, with our heart centered in coherence, can breathe in the pain that we're experiencing and the pain of the world, and we can transmute it by sharing love as we exhale. And that will be guided with a song by Gary Malkin. We'll be hearing Michael Linfield's voice. We'll be hearing Chloe Goodchild's voice in there. And we'll be ending our meditation with a global silent minute with Dot Maver. And then after the meditation, we'll be hearing some beautiful messages from some of our past presenters. So let's all just take a deep breath. Feel the bottom of your feet. Let this love that we're already feeling pour in. I'm so excited that you're all joining us today, and we're going to make a difference. So, Roland, we're going to bring up your slides to help us with our heart lock-in. And this is something that you can do anytime, right? Any time of day, any moment. It only takes a minute. So we'll go ahead and bring those slides up as you're sharing.
All right. Thanks, Teresa. And the heart lock-in is a basic kind of foundation that you can then add on to really add your intention of where you want to send your heart-directed love and compassion or intentions. Step one of the heart lock-in, and this is a way that we really help shift our physiology into that coherent heart state. It's called heart-focused breathing. And you basically focus your attention in the area of the heart, center of the chest. Imagine that your breath is flowing in and out of your heart or chest area, breathing a little slower and deeper than usual. You want to find a rhythm that's comfortable for you. Now, what we're wanting to do here is breathe at our resonant frequency of our physiology, which is about a 10-second rhythm for most people. So 5 seconds on the in-breath, 5 seconds on the out-breath. But don't get over-focused on that. But that just to give you a kind of a rhythm, but find what's comfortable for you. So just practice that. Just focus and pretend you're breathing right through the center of the chest, the area of the heart. Heart-focused breathing. And the heart focus is important. We want to really center in that part of our body. After you get the rhythm kind of comfortable, second step is we want to activate and sustain a regenerative feeling. This could be appreciation, care, compassion. And the key here is to not just try to visualize it, but actually feel and radiate, as we're going to do in the next step, that love, that appreciation, that compassion. So radiate that renewing feeling to yourself, to all your cells, and then see that radiating out to others. And I would suggest for what we're doing here that we radiate it to each other that's here in the pulse together. Really build that connection between all of us, and then after that becomes, you can kind of feel that and get that sync going. Then radiate it out to the planet, into the planetary field environment. And let's try and maintain that state. And you can always just go back to the heart focused breathing. And if you drift off, But as we hear from other people today and we see the different videos, just try and see if we can hold and maintain that heart focused state for the duration of the whole pulse.
Thank you, Roland. Well, let's just stay in this state. Let's spend a few minutes here just breathing in and out of our hearts. We're already feeling this love that is circling around our community here. Let that feeling really saturate every cell of your body as you're breathing in and out of your heart. And you can feel this love and compassion and care that's naturally present as we're in this state of heart coherence. And radiate that just into your space all around you. Feel it radiating out into your garden, into the neighborhood. As Roland said, radiate it to each other, all of us on the call, linking us in a field of love here, right now. Feeling our one heart breathing, our one heart pulsing. And one of the things that we've been cultivating with the pulse over all these years, really for the last 2 years now, is our capacity to be in sustained heart coherence in the face of whatever we're facing. Whatever comes into our lives, if we can drop into this place of coherence, we can respond with love instead of react with fear. And together in this state of coherence, there's so much that we can do to heal ourselves and the planet. And we're going to move into a little practice guided by Gary Malkin, the Tonglen practice, where instead of pushing the pain away, the pain in our lives, the pain in the world, instead of pushing it away, we breathe it in. We breathe it into this heart coherence. And we transmute it and breathe out love. So we invite Gary to bring in his musical being and guide us in this practice through song. And feel free to sing along.
Moment to breathe in a place of suffering in the world, in your body, in a beloved's, that you would like to personally take responsibility for transmuting through the Tonglen practice. Identify that place now. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be the place where this pain is changed forever. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be a place where this pain is changed forever. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed forever. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love, healed. Let my heart be a place where this world is healed, where this pain is healed forever. There is a way my spirit can pray for the peace of everyone. With every breath I take, my heart is yearning to make the will of love be done. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be a place where this world is healed forever. Breathe in the pain. Breathe on out the love. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed. Let my heart be a place where this world is healed. Let my heart be a place where this world is changed. Changed forever. Healed forever. Changed forever. Changed forever. Feel the effects of this Tonglen practice. Witness within your own cellular structure the peace through unity you've generated through the power of resonance and chant and communitas and what ecstasis, the state change we took responsibility for doing together in community together.
So what is it that changes pain into joy? What is it that changes suffering into wisdom? Love, compassion, kindness, forgiveness. It's like being a gardener, gathering up the dead and dying plant material from the previous cycle and placing it on the compost. And when we begin the composting, it becomes sour and sticky. It smells. And over time, as we add the right ingredients and turn it and allow the air to mix in, it turns from sour to another state. We know when the compost is ready because when we place our hand inside the compost, we feel the soft soil of completion. We smell the sweetness that has been transformed from sour. Each of us is able to compost the pain of the past through the recycling unit, through the compost bin that we have inside of us. It is the heart. So take a piece of pain from the past, place it in the heart, add love, add compassion for self, for others, add kindness. And then day by day, take another piece of pain and place it in the heart. And then over time, we notice something has shifted. When do we know that we have completed the composting of our own personal pain, of the pain of the world? When? We recall those events that previously hurt us, captured us into the past, held us prisoner of pain. When these no longer do that, instead, there is a sweetness. It is the sweetness of grace and gratitude that says, thank you for all the lessons and opportunities that we have been given to grow in love, to grow in wisdom, to grow in joy together by composting. And the magic ingredient that moves everything from sour to sweet is the power of love. And it pulses in each heart, the heart of each human, the heart of each being, the heart of each species, the heart of our planet, the heart of the cosmos. It pulses as the beat of life itself. So just sense the pulsing of love in your own ecosystem of self. The lifeblood that circulates around your universe of self is liquid love. It nourishes, it heals, and it brings us into a greater state of awareness and ability to hold all things in love. Love is the lifeblood. Love is all there is. Love is why we are here together. Love is the heart of beingness. The radiant heart of being is unconditional love. And may the fire of love burn ever brightly in each of our hearts, so that we may carry this love into the world as a blessing. May love prevail on earth. Namaskar.
Chloe, you need to unmute.
Dear friends, in the presence of this love, I invite you to just really let into your heart, focusing on someone that you love very, very much. Take a big breath. Breathe that love into your heart. Just really take that in. Feel the quality of that love, the depth of it, the breadth, the spaciousness of it, maybe the challenges of it, the ease of it, the calmness of it, the lessons learnt from it. I just invite you just to take a big breath in and just sigh out that love and just feel that right through every cell in your body. And just find yourself smiling as this sound, where does it come from? This love inside me. Again. Just try that. Just find yourself smiling as this love just spreads right through every cell in your body. Sing that. Just enjoy, just breathing in more sound, breathing in more, giving more love away, receiving and giving. Right up. And maybe just find yourself opening your arms out, just to really feel the full extent of this love beyond the boundaries of the skin. source of love itself as it moves from the root right up to the crown. And then you can bring it right down from the sky. Receive it back into the crown. And just let it sink down, down into the third eye. Sinking on down into the throat. Just let it just melt on down into the heart center. Down into the solar plexus. Just filling on, filling the whole pelvis. And then I just invite you from now on every day to just look at yourself in the mirror or look at this loved one. Or as the practice gets stronger, to actually just behold ones that are not so easy to love. And just to sing this. before you, stretching out thousands of miles. To embrace the whole planet, everyone included, no one left out.
So much love. It is a joy to offer this global silent minute in our community field of heart coherence as we listen deeply to what is emerging and demanding new expression through us for the good of the whole. Together, we build a powerful field of heart-centered intentions, creating an active healing field that radiates outwards and pulses the planet with the potency of our collective love and care for all life. In these times, we offer our daily global silent minute to bring an end to all war, to bring peace to humankind as we call for global cooperation, peace, and freedom. The power of silence is greater than we know. Silence as action in sacred unity. So with a deep breath, we activate the spirit of peace in our own hearts. And we unite our fiery hearts across distance. And we invite all those on the other side of the veil to join us. The next thing you will hear is an Indian elephant temple bell, and we enter 1 minute of silence as action in sacred unity. Let's just take this energy that we have been cultivating with all this love and send a wave of love around this planet, leaving no molecule left untouched by this love. It's not how many that are gathered, but the quality of our coherence that has the greatest impact. Feel the potency of that right now, right now, right
And then we gather up all this love and we bring it right back into the center of our own heart and just saturate every cell, every molecule with this love. Filling ourselves to overflowing. And let's bring Michael back in. If he'll turn on his camera, we'll add his beautiful face. And Roland, if you're there, can turn on your cameras and we'll bring you on the spotlight. And here we go. And Roland, thank you all so much for weaving such a beautiful coherence experience. Wow, one to the next. It was just glorious. Michael Linfield, Chloe Goodchild, Dot Maver, Roland McCready. And we have more blessings and messages from friends that have joined us. And Scott, I think I'll start with you just because we don't have you on a video, but I just wanted to add you in. We'll talk a little bit more about the events that you have coming up, but it's lovely to have you with us and the many times that we've partnered together with the Global Peace Tribe and the Awakened Worlds and brought our pulse energy into that. And it's lovely to have you here. And thank you for your consistency. We all started about the same time of providing a place where the community can come together and be a family and share their love. So thank you for being here. Thank you.
My pleasure. A big thank you to everybody. I'm looking at Doc, Michael, Chloe, Roland, and of course you, dear Teresa. Every one of you, what you shared today was just such high vibration and so exquisite, and how blessed we are to come together in community as a tribe, to witness and share each other's gifts, offerings, expressions of love. And I've just really enjoyed each and every one of you, both today and previous times that I've had the pleasure to connect with all of you. And maximum grace. That's all I have to say. Maximum grace for us all. Thank you.
Thank you, Scott. Well, we're going to play a little video with some messages that came in. I invited many of our past presenters to send in some little messages. So we'll watch this little video. We're going to have some beautiful announcements today. We have more music coming, so don't go. Let's stay in this love together for a little while. So Kaylin, if you'd play that video for us, that would be beautiful.
Hello, everybody. Well, we made it. We made it through 2022. What a dynamic time we have been in, and we are going to be in 23 and onward. We know this is the time of the great shift occurring, and this decade is going to be seminal in the outcome for generations and millennia to come. And so I'm happy to be here in this state of global coherence together, knowing that this is the foundation within each of us and together in the world that will stabilize and normalize a coherent, resonant state of being and manifest the world that we know in our hearts is that which we are creating now and see as manifest fully for all beings in the future. So let's celebrate together this time we're in and look into 23 with an eye towards fully embodying and fully grounding this state of global coherence in our world together. Thank you, in love and peace and joy. Blessed be.
Greetings, everyone. This has been Bola from Unity Earth. Delighted to be here on the Global Coherence Pulse at the end of the year. Wow, what a year 2022 has been. Many have faced challenges at a scale beyond what we've faced before around the world. And yet we came together in new ways as well. We came together heart to heart, arm in arm, to work in cohesion and in cooperation with global organizations and global individuals and groups in ways we haven't done before. The 99 Days of Peace Through Unity that we all did together from June to September. Many other examples of this extraordinary coming together at this time. So we face the end of the year with a deep compassion for all, and we look forward to 2023 and increasing working together, collaborating, connecting, linking up, lifting up. Thank you to the Global Coherence Pulse for the incredible partnership this year, and we look forward to more to come. Blessings to everyone of the season. We see winter in the Northern Hemisphere, summer here in the South, and we look forward to seeing you again very, very soon. Blessings in this moment of reflection and optimism and enthusiasm for the path we have ahead. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Jonathan Goldman.
Hello, and I'm Andy Goldman.
Intentionalized sacred sound is an extraordinarily powerful tool for shifting frequencies and allowing health and transformation to manifest. We can positively affect the entire field of our planet with intentionalized, heart-centered sound.
This holiday season and all the seasons of time, sacred sound is a great way to send blessings of love and light to everyone.
Remember, we heal ourselves.
We heal the planet.
We heal the planet.
And we heal ourselves. And we send many blessings of love and light through sound to everyone.
Hello, I'm Jude Caravan. At this turning of the year, as the old falls away and the new is not yet born, these words by John O'Donoghue carry my own heart blessings to each and every one of you. In out of the way places of the heart, where your thoughts never think to wander, this beginning has been quietly forming, waiting until you are ready to emerge. For a long time, it has watched your desire, feeling the emptiness growing inside you, noticing how you willed yourself on, still unable to leave what you had outgrown. It watched you play with the seduction of safety and the grey promises that sameness whispered, heard the waves of turmoil rise and relent, wondered, would you always live like this? Then the delight, when your courage kindled and out you stepped onto new ground, your eyes young again with energy and dream, a path of plenitude opening before you. Though your destination is not yet clear, you can trust the promise of this opening. Unfurl yourself into the grace of beginning that is at one with your life's desire. Awaken your spirit to adventure. Hold nothing back. Learn to find ease in risk. Soon you will be at home in a new rhythm, for your soul senses the world that awaits you. And may the loving blessings of the new year's new beginning be with you and reach deep into your heart and all our hearts.
Greetings. Just listen for a few moments. This piece is called Into the Majesty from my piano improvisational CD called Winter Faith. I want to take this opportunity to thank the Global Coherence Pulse community for giving me the privilege of helping me cultivate my muscle of knowing irrefutably of my connection to the field, to the one true heart of Mother Gaia and all its inhabitants and all of life. Since the beginning of this last year with Rest and Resonance, I've had the great honor and privilege of learning about the power of listening together. There's something about music that not only opens and softens us, but gives us the ability to navigate the multiple dimensions of the field and our connection to it in real time, in the spacious, wondrous, abundant beauty of the one true heart that the Global Coherence Pulse pulses and celebrates every time it convenes our global community. Thank you. The privilege of helping me understand my role in helping the field penetrate our hearts and open our souls. May we all continue to grow together as a one family of recognizing that everything matters, what we say, what we do, and how we show up. Thank you, Teresa, and all the people that I've had the great pleasure to be with, Julie, Dot, Hope Fitzgerald, and many other people that have been guests. Curvin, there are too many names, the Sign Network, too many names to mention. Just deep gratitude.
So many lovely blessings from everyone. We had more coming in. That's what we had time for. I want to take a minute now to acknowledge the Unify.org, who is our 501c sponsor. So when you make a donation to the Global Coherence Pulse, they take that donation in for us, and we're so aligned in our missions of creating global events that unify people together. And as we were planning for this event, we originally were going to make it a fundraiser for the Global Coherence Pulse, and we got a message, one, that we got a wonderful donation to support us in our work, and two, that Adil, who is the founder of Unify's house burned down at Thanksgiving. And so I want to play a little video that our friends from Spirit Science made for Adil, to invite people to support him, to kind of get reorganized and settle so he can continue to do his good work. And I just want to invite anybody that feels inspired to send a little money love his way. And if you don't have money love to send, we can pulse the field for Adil and everyone on the team so that they can continue to give and serve. So if you'll play that video for me, Kaylin, that would be lovely.
Hi, my name is Jordan River, and I'm the creator of Spirit Science. And today, I want to share a story with you. A few months ago, I met Adil Qassam, the founder of Unify, a nonprofit organization responsible for creating the single largest global meditation of all time. In 2016, the United Nations wrote to Adil personally to congratulate him and the Unify team for bringing together global peace organizations from over 150 countries. Thanks to Unify, approximately 2 billion people united on World Peace Day in this massive global meditation. You might already be familiar with the Maharishi effect, which is the reduction in crime rates observed when 1% of a population meditates together. This scientifically verified phenomenon shows the power of collective consciousness, and over the last 10 years, Unify has conducted over 100 global meditations. When I met Adil, he shared with me his story of where his vision for Unify came from. After seeking his path in the mainstream world, trying to find his way through business, psychiatry, and neuroscience, he found his life falling apart and decided to travel to India for a year and a half, seeking wisdom teachings, mystics, and meditating in the Himalayas. Towards the end of a 4-month meditation in a cave in Gangotri, he encountered the divine intelligence in a way unlike he ever had before. A cosmic realm opened up within his vision, and Adil could ask any question which was answered by what he rationalized to be the Almighty. After many questions and responses, one particular question came up in regards to bridging spirituality and business. "Do you know what the soul of a corporation is?" asked the divine intelligence. Adil contemplated this for a while and ultimately came to an answer: "The brand." The divine lovingly responded, "Good answer. However, that's the corporate identity. The soul is living." Then the answer came to Adil: "It's the people." The vision responded affirmatively. Then Adil asked a strange question: "By the way, does the divine have a corporation?" And in response, thunderous laughter echoed throughout the cave. Adil sat with this laughter for a long time until he finally received the answer: Unify. God is the sum total of all things, unified. Suddenly, Adil's mind was filled with images of Earth's future, and he saw humanity living in peace, guided by wisdom and in harmony with nature, completely unified. He knew meditation was a major part of helping to create this, and took this vision to heart, realizing Unify as God's work, the highest level of good he could bring to humanity, uniting all as one. Knowing what he was called to do, Adil returned home to North America, where he diligently followed the vision, and many years later, on December 21st, 2012, his team launched the first worldwide synchronized Unify meditation. And he's been on the mission to organize world leaders, scientists, yogic masters, and humanity around the idea of unification, not just with each other, but in harmony with the source of all creation simultaneously. So, when Adil shared all of this with me, I knew that I had found someone who I could be close and connected with for a very long time. Someone who I could trust and respect wholeheartedly. And it's not just Adil, but the whole Unify team. Knowing there's a group of people dedicated to such a core mission, to unify humanity, gives me and so many people a lot of hope. I was invited to a Thanksgiving dinner at his home. Our friends from Food for the Soul had prepared an absolutely incredible feast for us all, and we had just gathered around in a circle to give thanks, when suddenly we heard a strange crackling sound, and going outside, we saw flames shooting from the roof, set ablaze by a chimney fire. While there was a bit of a panic at first, everyone was very responsible and calm. We called 911 and got everyone and the essentials to safety. Although the fire department arrived quickly, for the next few hours we watched Adil's home burn. Before then, his house had served as a hub and a home base for Adil's creative work and leadership in Unify, and for many of the Unified team as well. Now, Adil had never asked for anything in return for his work, and even today he feels very uncomfortable that his friends are helping him to get back on his feet. But Adil needs our help now, and so we've created a crowdfunding campaign to help him rebuild his home. The truth is, the insurance company won't likely pay anything for months, and in the meantime, Adil needs support for temporary housing, interim living expenses, and rebuilding a foundation that he can serve from. We know this is a big ask, and we know that there are tragedies happening all over the planet. Yet, what I see is that Adil's home was the center point for a lot of good in the world. Good that, if allowed to continue, could help bring an end to a lot of suffering. It's important that he has a safe and sacred place to live. We, some of Adil's closest friends, are asking you to feel into your heart and see if it's right to help a friend in need, and someone who I can say, with all of my heart, will be in service to humanity as long as he lives. If you're able to give any support, please visit our GoFundMe page in the links below. We've put together a GoFundMe campaign with the intention of helping not only rebuild this home better than it was, but to create an environment truly conducive to the transformation of the world. You can find the GoFundMe link in the description, and we thank you so much for your support.
Well, I got teary-eyed watching that again. And I just had a chance to talk to Adil the other day. He's just doing fine. He's just so radiant and beautiful, and he's taking it as just another opportunity to open his heart. So there is a link in the chat there if you'd like to give something to it. Global Coherence Pulse has donated. We just donated today. And yeah, please, blessings. This is one of those opportunities where somebody who's been serving our global community, we can give back. So even if all we can do is send love, anything that you can give is welcome. So I am going to just keep going here because we're just almost to the end of our show, our event today. But I wanted to have us look at a few announcements, and then we are going to have some closing music from Maitreya and Sada before we go. So I want to start with the Global Coherence app. And Roland, if you can unmute your line. You know, we've invited the community to log on to the app when we're doing the Global Coherence Pulses. And for some people, it was hard because we had to have the sensor if we wanted to track our coherence. But there's been some updates now where we actually have a camera sensor. And Roland, maybe you can just share a little bit more about it and how we can start to use this as a way for us to join the Citizen Science Initiative.
Great. Thanks, Teresa. Yes, the few months ago, after a lot of work, we were able to create the phone's camera's ability to act as your sensor for measuring your pulse, to measure the heart rhythm from the heart rate variability. A lot of apps out use the camera, but to be really truly accurate enough for measuring HRV and coherence was a feat. Anyway, that's made, of course, the Global Coherence app is free. And it's something that measures not only your personal level of coherence, but also the collective, the group. And people can make their own groups as well. And there are participants in the Global Coherence Initiative, that community, in well over 200 countries now. And in many of those countries, they can't even get one of the more professional grade sensors if they wanted to, let alone afford them in many countries. So this makes it really affordable and accessible to anybody, anywhere in the world. And of course, people don't need an app to meditate, but I still use it, and I've been doing this for a lot of years because it does help keep us honest. Are we really in that coherent state? And it's really interesting. Even I've found to just kind of monitor your own coherence. You don't have to be sitting there watching the app all the time, but our day-to-day stresses and energy levels do affect our coherence. So even as a self-scientist learning tool, it's useful. But I think more importantly, the reason that we really invite and encourage the Pulse and some other communities to use the app is on the research side, as citizen scientists. Because as we're showing, what we really want to be able to do is correlate and track the number of people that are actually involved in a heart meditation and the level of the coherence, and be able to correlate that with the outcomes we see in these other systems I talked about, the Earth Magnetic Monitoring System, the Global Coherence, Global Consciousness Project, the trees, and so on. So it's a great way to really participate on and be a citizen scientist as well.
Thank you, Roland. We're going to start having a little opportunity prior to our pulses for you to learn about the app. And then when we do our pulses, the more of us that can log on, be on the global map and register our coherence, then we can help the scientists. We can become citizen scientists along with HeartMath Institute. So we'll be doing that more and more in this next year. And Roland, before you go, this is my tree. This is great. And she has a sensor on her, and they've been tracking her. And I know that there's a few spots left for people that want to do that, Roland. Maybe you can put a link in the chat.
It looks like I've tried earlier, but I can only send to hosts and panelists, it looks like. So it's treerhythms.net if you're interested in learning about the Global Tree Project, treerhythms.net. And there's a form you can fill out, and we do an interview and things to make sure it's, there's only about 30, our goal is 100 trees for the first phase, and we're about 30 devices left.
Great.
There's
I,
still some
I
opportunities.
highly recommend it if you can. I love having Grace monitored. I can go and look on a screen and see how it's doing. We've been having some work done around the property, some trees being cut down, some land work being done. And it's exciting to see how Grace responds to all of that happening. So thank you, Roland. And thank you again for coming today.
No, just one thing I forgot to mention very briefly. There is a pretty large or major update to the Global Coherence app coming out early next week, probably on Tuesday.
Right.
That has a completely new homepage, a lot of new guided meditations for pulsing the planet and so on. So if you already have it, watch for the update coming next week. Thank you. I'll appreciate you so much, Tricia, and the Pulse community. So have a great rest of your day.
Love you. Thank you so much. And Scott, we have tonight the Global Peace Drive, of course, every Friday, every Saturday, and every Sunday morning. I tell you, you're really going for it. And tonight you have some special things happening, and also with Cornflower for his Rebirth 2023 concert. So if you want to just say something about that. And Kaylin, if you could put the links in the chat while we're doing that, that would be great.
Thank you so much, Teresa. Yeah, tonight's Awakening World is going to be a really powerful one. It's all about ascension, and Deborah Justy's coming back to co-host with me for tonight.
Nice.
And we've got some amazing presenters, the Twin Ray, William Henry, Vivian Chavot, and the Stargate Experience, Pragit and Julian. They'll all be with us live. And live music with Omashar and Cornflower and Pamela Butters. So it's going to be a really powerful, all live, amazing experience this evening. And yes, New Year's Day, what a beautiful way to start the new year is by coming to Kristen and Cornflower's concert. They met through the Global Peace Tribe, and they've now done 4 concerts together. This will be their 5th. And they really just complement each other so beautifully. He's kind of, they're just amazing. So please do join us tonight. Also join us for New Year's Day. And yes, we are going to continue to do 3 shows every week. I just announced the start of the Awakening World for the new season. So thank you very much, Teresa, for giving us a chance to remind people.
Thank you. Thank you. And the Global Silent Minute on December 21st for the Solstice is going to be doing a special Global Silent Minute, Reorient to Truth Through Silence. So please join us for that. There's a link in the chat for how to join, and it'll be live streamed. There'll be a little intro, and then there'll be a Global Silent Minute. There's also EarthWise Solstice celebration is also happening. Beautiful event, and that link is also in the chat for you. And then, as I said in the beginning, we are going to join the 7 days of rest again this year, as 7 days of rest and return to essence is the theme. And it's an opportunity for us to come together and to replenish ourselves and to create a sacred container for us to launch the new year into. And from what I hear from my friends who track astrology, that there's been this kind of like compression that's been happening as we've been kind of coming into the end of the year. And as the new year begins, it's going to be like a tsunami of energy moving forward. And to start the year out where we come into rest and sacred renewal, return to essence is a powerful thing. And here's just a little short video to share about it. Let's see.
During the first 7 days of 2023, we unite around the world to co-create a global field of intention and action for the healing and replenishment of Mother Earth and all her children. Shedding the noise and distractions, we slow down and listen to the whispers of our heart's calling. in sacred space, we attune to the language of essence, the radiance of life shining through our familiar patterns and stories, guiding our way forward. As we follow the path of essence, we reawaken our ancient knowing of how to live with nature as nature. Together, we seed the new year with clarity, courage, and commitment to live lightly and lovingly, cultivating that which is most essential and nourishing for the thriving of all life.
So the Global Coherence Pulse will be hosting a theme every day, a pulse every day, following the themes of those days. 12:30 will begin. We'll also do a Global Silent Minute as part of it, and we'll open up at the end of the pulses for some community hangout time. So please join us. I'll be posting some things out to our community, but it'll be a lovely opportunity. And lastly, I just want to bring on Maitreya and Sada. And before I do, I just want to say they have a beautiful website. They have lots of wonderful gifts and offerings, wonderful music, retreats, all kinds of things. And you can say something about that as we bring you on. But thank you so much for joining us today and being part of our sacred journey. I'm going to add your spotlight. So lovely to have you guys, and you can send us out today with some beautiful music as we pulse this love that we experience today out into the world today and every day.
Yeah, always. Thank you, Teresa, Scott, Michael, everyone that's been involved today. We could feel the love and the connection, and it means the world to us. Let's just keep it rolling, continue to do your great work, and let's help each other, just like your friend with the house burnt. Let's help in. You know, that's when our community and our connection is most important, is in the tricky times. So let's help each other any way we can. And music's always helpful. So we'll finish off and complete our session. What do you think, Sada, with some music?
Yeah.
The Earth song or the Long Tom song?
There is some.
Maybe we'll change your plans. We'll sing the Earth song. Teresa showed our website if you like the music, and we do weekly online groups each week with meditation and music and energy healing. But whatever you're doing with your life and your service, may you be blessed. And we're going to sing the Earth song. It's from a friend told me years ago. They read a quote: "Don't write the music, let the music write itself." And so I went out I lived in the forest at that time, and well, I lived in a home in the forest, and I went outside, and this was the sound that the note that the insects were singing, and so that's how the song. It's Om Gaia, we bow to you. So our connection with the earth and with each other, and that beautiful resonance that we're coming together to tap into and to beam out. So enjoy the music, and we'll see you guys again in the new year. Gaia, we bow to you. Om Gaia, we Gaia, we bow to you. Om Gaia, we bow to you. We bow to the mother who gave this life, to the mother who shares this breath, to the mother who is singing with me today. Parameshwara Swaha, Parameshwara Swaha. Earth, fire, air, water. Earth, fire, air, water. Earth, fire, air, water. Earth, fire, air, water. Earth, my body. Water, my blood. Air, my breath. Fire, my spirit. Earth, my body. Water, my blood. Air, my breath. Fire, my spirit. Earth, my body. Water, my blood. Air, my breath. Fire, my spirit. Earth, my body. Water, my blood. Air, my breath. Fire, my spirit. Swaha means please accept these offerings. I honor all of you and all that you bring, all that you give. And we say to the universe and all the beings in all the directions, please accept these offerings. May we offer joyfully, completely, whatever we have to give, we will bring it, we will give it. Namaste to all the beings who serve and cause us great inspiration. May we come together and may we help wherever we can, and may we also get topped up with our energies that we can overflow. Thank you and have a great rest of the year, and may next year be better than ever. It's a whole new beginning. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
Thank you so much. And everyone, the messages in the field, I mean, every chat message I read, I can just feel how overflowing the energy of love is today, and it will carry us. And it has made a huge impact on the whole of life. So blessings, everyone. Happy holidays. And come join us for the 7 days of rest and return to essence. Love you all. Thank you. Oh, Michael Linfield, let's bring his little face on. Here we go. Thank you. Bye, everybody. Love you all.
Happy holidays, everyone. See you soon.
Thank you.
Blessings to all beings.
Thank you. Bye-bye.